Decision-making mental models. What is the link between mental models and decision-making? We live in a world filled with uncertainty, but we still need to make decisions. How? This video introduces mental models and why they are crucial for decision-making. Whether you realize it or not, you use mental models every day to think, decide, and understand your world. They are hiding in plain sight. They are valuable tools that no one teaches you in school. They can help you make rational decisions when there is no clear path available. Stay tuned for more videos in the series. I'm Sarit Tagore. My channel is all about providing you with tools and techniques for optimal living and continuous self-improvement. Welcome to another episode. Let's start with a quote. Developing the habit of mastering the multiple models which underlie reality is the best thing you can do. What steps can you take to make better decisions when there is no single best way to make decisions? One approach is to develop a broad collection of frameworks for thinking that you can use to solve problems and make decisions. Some experts refer to the frameworks you create as mental models. A mental model is simply a representation of how something works, or mental models are concepts that represent your understanding of how something in the world works. You can't keep all the details of the world in your brain. Therefore, you use these models to navigate through the complex web of decisions you make every day, ranging from investing, finance, career, relationship, conflicts, and the list goes on and on. We all have mental models that we use consciously or unconsciously. Developing a vast repertoire of mental models is critical for anyone wanting to think clearly and make better decisions. A collection of mental models creates a solid framework that you can rely on to make good decisions. Learning a new mental model gives you more options to see the world from another perspective. Let me give you examples of some standard mental models we use to decide. Supply and demand is a mental model from economics that shows how prices fluctuate in a market. The prisoner's dilemma is a model that helps you to understand how rational individuals make decisions when their decisions are affected by others' decisions. It shows how relationships and trust work. Check out the video on prisoner's dilemma as well on my channel. Confirmation bias is another mental model that tricks us into looking for evidence that supports our opinion. We don't see what we don't want to see. Check out the video on confirmation bias as well on my channel. An anchoring bias is a cognitive bias where an individual relies too heavily on the very first piece of information. This anchor becomes the basis of making decisions. Check out the video on anchoring bias as well. I have it on my channel. Loss aversion is another mental model. Loss aversion is the tendency to prefer avoiding losses to acquiring equivalent gains. Pareto's law is another mental model which says that 80% of our success comes from just 20% of the activities. You get the point. You can distill mental models into various categories like economics, psychology, biology, chemistry, physics, engineering, mathematics, etc. etc. It is impossible to talk about all the mental models available. No mental model is perfect. The best mental models are the practical ideas and frameworks that you can use in everyday life. The real test of a mental model is not its truth, but its utility. Yuval Noah Harari, a historian, says scientists generally agree that no theory is 100% correct. Thus, the real test of knowledge is not truth but utility. Science gives us power. The more useful that power, the better the science. The accuracy of your model determines your expectations, decisions, and behaviors, and in the long run, your success or failure. For example, you may have a mental model. It is not what you know, it is who you know. And you can base your decision based on this mental model. I may differ and may have the mental model that personal connections are essential, but knowledge is vital in the long run. Your brain forms mental models by noticing patterns in what you experience each day. The mental model you create often aren't accurate since they are based only on your experience and limited knowledge. Therefore, educating yourself is a great way to make your mental models more accurate by internalizing the knowledge and experiences others have collected in their lives. Why not take advantage of what others have tested? According to Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's associate and partner, developing the habit of mastering the multiple models which underlie reality is the best thing you can do. And Munger here is referring to mental models. In summary, each mental model is a way of thinking about the world. Models are right and wrong under certain circumstances. The important thing is to learn their utility and use them to your advantage. You need a collection of mental models because no single framework can work in every situation. The more mental models you have, the more tools you will have in your decision making toolbox. Remember, mental model is a tool, not a license to ignore facts. Always look for evidence and try to increase the accuracy of your knowledge. This video is just a primer on what mental models are. I would be creating dedicated videos on each mental model that you need to include in your toolkit to make better decisions. Stay tuned for more videos on mental models. Please subscribe to my channel before you go. Thanks for watching and bye for now.